Okay, let's see if we can make this turn up a treat. Wonder how big we're going to make it. Going to go 200 to start with. Contrast, we're going to leave it. This is going to need to be light. All right, let's see what we have. We have here Michael Freeman, Mastering High Dynamic Range Photography, whatever. It's interesting. It's a nice picture. We're going to photocopy, I think, a section out of that. An interesting piece. I'm actually wondering if maybe I could turn it on its side and photocopy that section, that corner out of it. It's a bit of a damage to the page there, unfortunately. Hopefully that won't affect too much the quality of my work. So let's just try that. Just like so. So let's see how we go with that. All right, out it comes. Yeah, that looks interesting. It's not the greatest. Wondering what we're going to do with this. Looks like it could have potential. Potential indeed. Wondering if maybe we're going to... Oh, we did that funny. So... wondering if maybe switching on negative positive might be an interesting way of presenting this. So we're just going to go here. I'm going to darken now. And just going to leave it at that and see what happens. I think the colour is a bit warmish. I think the dock feeder's gone a bit bonkers because of the positioning of the book, or the dock feeder. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, that looks almost like what you'd see in a glacier, like glacier photography. I don't know if I like it. It looks all right. It looks cool. Wondering if we're going to do anything more to it. Going to leave it like that. Maybe we got other things we can do. Now this user interface really is a nuisance, to be honest. Now we're going to darken this. We're going to make it darker. So it's a nuisance, this user interface, but it's an example of corporate greed, just tinkering around the edges and making things look different for the sake of looking different to make a quick dollar. But all the features, to my knowledge, are the same. Some of them appear to have bugs in them as well, additionally. So I actually don't like this. For some fucking reason, I don't like it. Wondering if I don't know what to do with it, folks. What to make of this. I don't like it in the positive, and I don't like the negative. For some reason, I just don't like it. For some oddity, I just don't feel anything for this. But we're going to do it anyway. It might look better. I'm sure some people would like this Arctic blast to look really good. We'll think it looks good. So I'm just going to get the first of the negative image out. I'm going to use it. So the centre of this job is going to be there. I'm not in love with this image for some reason. So I'm just going to play with the buttons for a moment. And this is our second piece. But yeah, it's an interesting one. The image is quite dark in the original. And warm. So that's why it's also cold. I guess. I'm sure someone will like this, someone out there in YouTube land, because sometimes people like things that I don't like, and basically it happens it's always someone who likes something better, and even when you think you've done your best work, people just don't always think it's your best work or think it's one of your favourites. They seem to have an opinion, and often they might think it's crap. So it goes both ways, folks. It's gone that way with me, with my stuff. I'm actually thinking there might be a better arrangement for this. I've got a feeling this is going to be a better centre than this, but we're just going to start like this and set it up the way we were intending. So that's our first take. Going to try and do our second version. So we're just going to set these up differently to see if we've almost overlooked a better way of presenting this piece of work of mine. So I'm going to try and do an alternative arrangement. I have a gut feeling this version might be the better one than the first. It's not always easy to tell until you've arranged them. And sometimes you don't know until you've sort of thought, well, maybe the second version might be the better version. So it's always differences. So I'll just line that one up. It's a little bit crooked. Anyway, I think I like this one better, so it looks like I did the right thing. Now I can go.